Yes.
All I know is this violates every canon of respectable broadcasting.
How are you?
Hey, who wants to help me get this recorder out of here? I need some muscle over here.
You are listening to Blame Your Brother.
Hello, hello, hello. How is everyone out there doing tonight? Welcome to Blame Your Brother, episode 128. We are back once again. What a week. What a week. We will discuss that soon. We're coming to you live on blameyourbrother.tv. Go check that out. We are on the interweb, streaming the show live on YouTube, Facebook, Periscope. Go find us on one of those things every Thursday. Not next Thursday, but 95% of the time, Thursdays, 8 p.m., we will be streaming the show live. So that's that. There's three of us that come to you every week. I am 1/3 of that trio. I am David, a.k.a. D-Brew, voice of the people, Mr. 40%, TB12, the GOAT, the best of all time. And I'm joined by this guy who sits to the left of me, Alex Jones of the left. My brother is Lee.
What up, everyone? The one, the only DJ Beats checking in. And, of course, not to be forgotten, LeBron's safety pin.
There we go. And then we got this other guy that sits with us, best friend, long time. It's the one, it's the only, it's John.
John here, a.k.a. Tico, a.k.a. Mr. Groupon, Mr. PTI, the Madman.
They got John Tortorella, a madman.
They do have a madman.
Okay, he's a madman.
That's it. That's the three of us, David, Lee, John. And we're going to talk about the news, ourselves, all kinds of fun things. So strap in for the next hour and enjoy the show. Well, let's get started. Let's get this program started like we always do. We need to make room at the beginning of each episode for us to apologize for anything we may have said last week, anything we got wrong, anything we need to take back. So we will start with LeBron James himself. It's Lee. What do you have to apologize for last week's episode?
Well, as is the new tradition, I, of course, have to apologize for John. I think John owes an apology to women everywhere. His hot takes on Dear John might have been a little bit over the top. I couldn't tell if he was joking or not. Maybe it was a three-quarters bluff. Who knows? But I don't know how you feel about that, John. Maybe you can.
I don't apologize for that, but I do apologize for unsoliciting. I can't even say the word. Unsolicited use of the word bra.
Oh, yeah,
okay,
man.
that's true.
People were not.
Yeah.
I don't know. Some people loved it genuinely, and some people cringed at it. So, hey, you know, it's good for TV, whatever you did. It's good for blameyourbrother.tv, and so we're here. So, all right, is there anything you need to apologize for, Lee?
Well, before I go with my apology, I just wanted to make sure that you were going to apologize for your Gillette take.
No.
I think we need to get into a little bit more of what you said it takes to be a man. Because
I agree.
You threw a large portion of the population directly under the table and said, you don't deserve to be a man.
I don't recall. I mean, that's not how I took it.
You degendered people, man. Right on live
I thought
air.
that was your goal.
Yeah, that's what you want.
You want Zim and Zer. And
yeah, you said that. You want everything, degenderized.
Well, when you degender everyone, you degender no one.
What word is this, degendered? Is this degeneration X? I mean, what are you doing over here? You making up words? Degender, I've never heard of such a word. You need to apologize for making up words on the show.
No,
I stick by everything I say. I listen back, and me and John were very rational. And as people said in the chat, you were just looking to argue, and it's fine.
Okay, well, we'll get back into it later.
Okay.
Then.
No, I don't think we will.
I guess I don't really have anything to apologize for.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, I apologize for being unrational.
You just look back at the history of our social media, you have been called out to apologize more than any other people on the show, guest, us, anything. Weekly, people go, get out your apology book and write it down. So I'm just saying, if you don't have any, quote unquote, hey, I said a man is honest and has integrity. All right, John, do you have anything you need to apologize for?
No, just the bra
so
thing.
That's it. Okay.
Yeah.
Good. All right. Well, good. We're safe.
What about you?
I have nothing.
Nothing.
I was solid.
You don't want to apologize for the beating all those Rams fans took?
No, we'll definitely apologize for that. Michael Anthony said we got something wrong, but shocker. Big shocker there.
What was it this time?
I don't know. Something about Hillary Clinton or something. I have no idea, really. Trump.
I think that was the last week when it was going on about she wasn't the Secretary of Defense. She was the Secretary of State.
Well, there was something new this week, but who cares? All right, we're going to move on. We're getting past that. So, Lee, how was your past week?
It's been a little rough, man. Like, the past 2 weeks, I've kind of slowly realized that you, as is typical, have destroyed, You've destroyed my passion.
Good.
There's no more Dr. Beats. That's
Why?
been put on the back burner.
You said why?
I went and grabbed the gear. I sold it on Craigslist. It's gone. Because you single-handedly, it's almost like your agenda. And for me in particular, as your brother,
go ahead,
just to pull me down.
Is Dave the Dream Killer?
The Dream Killer.
That's your new
Dream Killer. I like that. I'm
Killer.
write that down. What are you talking about?
Like, I wasn't Dr. Beats.
I made you
or DJ Beats.
I made you an album cover that was one for the ages on social media. That is only an inspiration for you to make this album. That was the best album cover ever made. It was you,
but you
looking like a pimp. I mean, everything was set up for you to be successful in the rap game, because rap's really not about rap. It's about the image.
Was he leaning up against a car that wasn't his?
Yes.
Wait, let me get this right.
That's perfect then.
What did you just say? You have to repeat that statement.
Rap today is not about how you rap. It's about an image you're selling to the public. And in this album, if you want to bring up the album cover, you can. I mean, if you can find it. But
I really want to see this.
Look. See, that was the whole point. Was I was getting rid of the image. That's what I'm saying.
So but you can be a clean rapper. I can redo you another album cover where you're standing in like a candy shop, or
I want
you could be the next Will Smith.
I want like a jar of mayonnaise,
getting gum balls or whatever you want.
Maybe like a serving spoon.
Gum balls, whatever you like. All right, so there it is. Go up.
That could be your rap name, Gumball.
Oh, right there in the middle on the
DJ
left.
Gumball.
All right, so we're gonna show this album cover to the people here. It is DJ Beats. Rap is Fun is the name of the album.
Okay, first off,
you transcend race, brother.
You've got me wearing a heart-shaped diamond pinky ring.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And holding a cross.
Yeah.
First off, if that was me, I would be wearing a lapis lazuli. I would be holding a lapis lazuli ruler. That's just has to be part of it.
I don't even know which you're talking.
Lapis lazuli is a precious metal, and a ruler is like, historically a symbol for kings.
Okay.
In, like ancient Mesopotamian times.
A ruler?
A ruler.
Like something you measure with?
Yeah, because like like a foot.
You think a scepter or something,
Okay, well, do you know what a foot is? Do you know where the word foot comes from? Like in the empirical measurement system.
Do tell us, please.
So it was based on the size of the king's foot.
Okay.
Because he was the king was like they weren't as sophisticated.
So
as
the
we
king
are
was
back then.
a big dude. I mean, you're talking 12 inches for a foot. I mean, that's size 12.
Well, I think a lot of men have size 12.
I do. I don't think you do.
I don't, but that's not the point. The point is that probably kings were the bigger dudes.
Like me.
Because it was much more violent.
Yeah, like me.
I don't think you could survive against someone with a treasure trail. I think they would just...
Well, what size?
So somebody said, big dude is looking for you.
What?
They're talking about the king.
What Raquel Red said, your foundation is way too light on the album cover, but she can help you fix that. Okay. What size shoe do you wear, Lee?
Like 9.5.
Okay. What size shoe do you wear?
Like 7.5.
Okay, so I win. I would be the king of this table. That's just a fact. If you have 12-inch
So maybe
feet.
you should be DJ Beats.
No, that's you. Little guys rap because they're making up for things they don't have in life.
What about, you got Lil Jon, Lil Romeo,
what about
Lil
Big
Wayne?
Boy? What about Big Boy? And
he's still short. He's just big. He's big.
Big Daddy or Big Papa? What's his name?
Notorious B.I.G.
Yeah, Notorious B.I.G.
Okay, that's one guy, the greatest rapper of all time is who you pick. You pick two rappers with big in their name and you're done. John just named 4 off the top of his dome, man.
And I don't even like rap.
What? So anyway, all right.
Exactly.
So continue with the story. You're done with the rap business.
Yeah, you destroyed another dream.
You bowed out. You bowed out already.
Congratulations.
Way to go, brother. Way to stick with the dream. I appreciate that.
Way to be a quitter.
Yeah.
So to fill my time, instead, I'm writing a manifesto.
Oh,
it's a 7-point system to fixing the world. It's not communism.
Until you give up.
It's not
communism. Like you did on your dream.
I promise it's not communism.
I love how he already clarifies. It's not communism. Right. It is.
Hand me that book. I'm gonna give you. I've only made it through like 4.
Oh, so we're gonna get some. Here we go. This is Lee Fixes the World, Volume 2.
Okay, so Lee's manifesto.
Oh,
no, I got some. No utopia. First off, it's not a utopia.
Step 1.
Wait,
the starter rap.
Wait, you're telling me rule number 1 is it's not a utopia?
No, that's just so you know. Like a lot of people go, oh, that's a utopia.
All right,
it's not a utopia.
Go ahead.
Number 1, we balance distribution of wealth.
Okay,
I thought you just said it's not communism.
This is
Keep going. We're gonna.
This is actually a really popular thing happening right now in America.
With the far left. Yeah,
the Green just came out, so they released
at Bernie Sanders' house.
So
Miss Cortez. Go ahead.
They released a huge bill about making America green, and by like 2022 or something, they wanted America to be 100% run on renewable energy.
Yes,
then on the end, they tacked on all these bills like redistribution of wealth and like stuff, and it's like, why would you have a like? Can you explain to me why they pass bills? They like tack on extra stuff on the end of it.
Because
that's the thing they really want passed.
Right, abracadabra. Look over here. The bill's getting passed over here where you're not looking.
Shouldn't that be illegal? Shouldn't they pass a bill?
That's where the generation of the line item veto came to be.
Well, and it's up to your representative to read the entire thing and speak, and most of them don't do it. And
there was a bill passed that was going to make your representatives actually read the entire bill.
I love it. I would be up for that.
God, can someone even read, though?
Somebody can read to them audiobooks. They can get someone to tape it for them and read it to them, you know?
Maybe we can do that on our podcast. We'll just sit and read bills all day.
All right,
like
good deal.
Bonus content. Okay, number two.
Number two.
Reform corruption in government.
Okay.
Number three. It says foundation of love, but I think it really needs to be focus on education.
How do you? Let's go back to part two.
Wait, are you changing?
How do you do part two? How do you? I mean, the only way I would is
you're gonna have to buy the online book.
Oh.
Okay.
Please.
There will be plenty of information in there.
I'm more concerned you're changing these on the fly right now. Like you literally just changed number 3.
It's the same thing. Education.
Okay.
David, are you trying to kill his dream?
Apparently, right? I'm killing another
Number
dream.
4, we
wait. What was number 3?
I would say focus on. It's a work of art. I had some help on this.
A work of art.
It's a work in progress. It's a work in progress.
Work of art is what you said.
It is a work of art.
All right,
but it's also a work of art in progress. So number 4, reduce consumption. And there's going to be more, but that's where I'm kind of at. If y'all got any advice for things you would like to see on the
I've
manifesto,
got some advice for that book.
Well, just give me the top one.
David's top one is your own bathrooms in public.
Okay.
Here's my advice for you. You get some. You go to the store.
Okay.
You get some like kerosene. Okay. You get a couple of matches. You soak that thing in kerosene and you throw the matches on top of that book and burn it. Okay, that would be how it fix your dream there.
You don't have something more than burn it? Maybe like a manifesto point you could add there?
Number one, I don't want to be tied to a manifesto. That would be my number one rule.
Yeah.
Think of it as like a constitution or a Bill of Rights almost.
So you want to just upthrow the current form of government and replace it with what you think is the best situation.
Okay, so here's the thing with progressivism is that it believes that stagnation is possible and probable. Like, look back on the history of civilization.
Okay.
We don't want to move backwards. We don't want to stay where we are. We want to move forward into the future. The point of one of these points that's not on here that it's going to be on there is to have a purpose for creating monuments of wonder. So, like
what?
For art, think of like the pyramids. Those pyramids are still around. That's amazing, right?
Yeah.
Like the people at the time said pyramids can't be built, and then they went and built pyramids. So we need to do the same. We need to like explore space. We need to create works of art that are beyond. We need to take internet to the next level. We need to create, conscious space inside computer or something that I don't know what, but
society today has already shut down your new works of art. Because there's always going to be somebody out there that's going to have a problem with whatever you put out. And they're going to bash it and bash it and bash it until there's a movement. That's why there's no Mona Lisas anymore.
Well,
that's why there's no American Gothics anymore.
We need to get back to that, though.
But he's blaming your people for it.
I'm not blaming his people. I'm blaming people who are doing it.
Who's the most
if it happens to be his people, then yeah, sure. But I'm not throwing him specifically under the bus. I'm saying in this day and age, there's not going to be anything that's like timeless anymore or great.
Hey, I'm not disagreeing with you. I agree. Lee's getting all.
Even your lovely Tom Brady shirt it's a throwback to Biggie Smalls.
That's right. Yeah, maybe the art is album covers and we just don't recognize it.
It might be.
So anyway, okay. So that's what you did. You quit the rap game to become AOC Part 2, as they're calling you in the chat room.
Who's AOC?
Ortez.
The
Cortez.
Congress lady.
Yeah, Alexandra.
I'm more
Cortez.
of like.
I thought he was going to say Karl Marx.
I'm kind of more like that guy on the. I mean, you're not wrong. I'm getting there. I'm kind of like that guy on the Rage Against the Machine T-shirts.
Yeah. Okay.
What was his name? We don't know.
No, we don't. You talking about Who's on the front of their? No, there's just random people on their shirts.
Rage Against the Machine?
Zach De La Rocha?
Yeah.
Oh, the singer.
No. They have like a famous guy in Cuba that was a communist.
Oh, Shay. Shay Guerrera.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Get out of here. Guy was a murderer.
I mean, who hasn't murdered?
He was throwing out those
people?
killer cat beats.
What?
He said they were inspired by cats.
Who did?
Lee.
Oh.
His beats. He said cats meet
Oh,
stomp.
you,
okay.
the person. You, the person. Okay, I was confused there. Okay. Is that it?
Anyway, that's all I did.
All right,
I'm
John.
sorry to bore you with my manifesto.
John? Oh, it was. I'm sure the people will be very entertained by it. John, what do you got going on this past week? Any TVs hit you in the head this week?
No.
Corey had a question. He said, "What did you use? Did you use wall brackets to put?" So last week, John installed a 75-inch bracket or a bracket for a 75-inch television, and while he was in the room, it fell down and hit him on the head.
It was like 2 months after I installed it, though.
Did you use wall brackets? My brother-in-law Corey wanted to know.
To state the reference, Corey is very good at building things.
Here we go.
Oh no.
Here we go.
So what?
No, just go ahead.
So people know
sounds like you're,
why he would be asking.
Okay, sounds like you're digging a ditch right now, though.
No, give him props to Corey.
Okay, but it sounds like you're doing. See, that's called the "I'll build you up where I can't get built down" philosophy. But go ahead. What do you got to say?
I used the
I use all the time.
I used the mounting kit that was recommended when I bought the TV.
Did you use an anchor? Is what he also.
I used several anchors. I used.
He said you had to go. You can't do that.
Hold on, you let me finish.
Okay, I'm just telling you what he said.
The size of the bracket would only to where the TV needed to go. Would only hit one stud. So I put two.
Yeah.
You let me finish.
I'm just shaking my head because this is why it fell, John. I mean,
I'm
you're
just
acting
saying.
like
He used one of those plastic drywall anchors.
No.
You know,
it literally fell and hit you on the head, man. I mean,
okay. But anyway,
here.
I put two anchors into the stud, and I used 6 additional anchors, 2 on one side, 1 on the other of the studs of the metal anchors, and each of the metal anchors was ranked for 100 pounds.
How much did your TV weigh?
75.
I remember that, 75 pounds. But all right, so now your
The mount was bent itself.
Did you fix the TV, or is it still in the stand?
I put it on its original feet.
Oh, okay. So you haven't put it back on the wall yet?
No.
Okay.
Robin's pretty firm that she doesn't want it on the wall now.
That's
Do you
probably.
want Corey to come over and fix it for you?
Actually, Corey's going to come over in a week or two to actually. He's going to redo my patio doors.
All right, Corey, if you're listening, which I know you are, please fix that TV where it won't kill anyone in this household. Okay, so what did you do? Anything you did this week?
Friday night, took the wife out for a little staycation. My sister was volunteered to watch my son, and we went downtown, stayed at the JW Marriott.
Nice. Okay. You got a lot of these staycations, these baby moons, and all this like new age.
It's just one night. Just kind of get.
Yeah. Okay. So you had a good time. You went to where? Where'd you go eat?
We went. There's
Morton's.
Wild Wasabi. It's a sushi place down there.
I was there just a few weeks ago.
Pretty good.
Yeah, it's very good.
Wild.
It was wild.
It's wild and wacky times. You got to go during lunch because it's a buffet.
Yeah, we saw that and we was like, oh man, we should have been there earlier.
Trust me, the buffet. If you live in Nashville, Wild Wasabi lunch, unlimited sushi, and it ain't no wax. It's like.
Wait, is this the place in Cummings Station?
Yeah.
Oh God.
Oh, here we go, Mr. Communist over here. What do you got against?
Wait. Well, I mean, if you're gonna say something, what's your? Do you like sushi?
Yeah.
Okay, what's your favorite sushi place in Nashville?
Probably. I don't even know what it's called. It's that hipster. It's like.
There we go.
It's a place on
some dude's house. You go in the back.
It's over by Vanderbilt.
5 knocks on the door, sliding money under the door. He throws you the sushi. Yeah, we got you. We hear you. We know what you're about.
It's
all right.
No buffet, that's for sure.
And yes, unlimited sushi is Robin's in chat. It is unlimited as long as you eat it. If you don't eat it, you're gonna get in trouble. But the food. Okay, so anyway, so you went to Wild Wasabi. Very good place. Go check it out. And.
The view was amazing. Let me give a tip for all our listeners. You're going to stay at a hotel.
Yeah.
When you're checking in, ask for an upgrade.
Okay.
The worst thing they can do is tell you no and you get the room that you paid for.
That's true.
But there's a chance that you can get a better room for the same price.
There you go.
Is that what you did?
Yes, I did.
Did they give you an upgrade?
They did.
What are we talking here? Like
an amazing view of the city.
Like
we would have been
penthouse?
on at the most on the 4th floor. We were on the 20th floor, and
Nice.
we were facing where we could see the arena and the Batman building, and it was great, amazing view.
What if you've already paid for the most expensive room? What do you do then?
Well, you got money, and you don't really need my advice.
John is giving out tips for people like me and John, not people like Lee who just don't care. I mean, you're like, who cares? What you go to the hotel and they go, what's the most expensive room? I'll take 2 of those.
Well, you go into
that's him. And so then me and John are like, yeah, we're kind of staying near the basement area.
Well, the
There's
problem is
ice-
you go in through the front door and I land on top.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. So
slight difference.
when you don't show up because you're at some fancy sushi place, we get those upgrades. So there you go.
Well, I'm all for the comment.
Thank you. Yeah, we land on a helicopter. That's so common. All right, so that was good. Good night out.
Yeah.
All right. Well, guys, we got to talk. We got to talk about Dave and Buster's. Now I went to Dave. It was my son's birthday last week. We took him to Dave and Buster's on Saturday. Do you know that this place is dirtbag central of the world? I mean, there is
of the world.
There are some major dirtbags at Dave and Buster's because I'm talking.
Someone stealing his tickets.
No,
I mean, David was there.
I was there, and once again, if you're looking around and you see a bunch of people, maybe you are those people, but these are people without kids.
Literally, hold on. Literally, your name is on the banner.
Okay, so Dave and Buster's. I'm sure everyone knows.
If John went, it would be perfect.
There you go, Dave and Buster. Dave and Buster's is like a arcade place where you get tickets.
It's Chuck E. Cheese. It's for a slightly older crowd.
It's dirtbags, yeah, yeah. I just saw so many just neck tattoos that I lost count. Like I was playing a game by myself. How many neck tattoos can I count here? I got up to 20 and just gave up.
Wow.
I was like, I'm done.
20?
Yeah. It was some rough stuff out there. But I was there. I was taking a picture, and then some girl's just like, hey, I took a selfie, and she was like running toward me. And she's like, hey, let's take a selfie together. And I was like, that's what happens when your voice is the people. People just flock to you to take. I'm serious. That's a true story. I didn't make that up. It's on Twitter. People love me. What can I say? I mean, even the dirtbags.
The hottest take from the chat right now. Why do the games at Dave and Buster's accept WIC?
Well, because of what I just told you right there.
Please tell me you're joking.
Where do I put my EBT card?
Here's the worst part about Dave and Buster's. It is a money grab of all money grabs because you got to go up there and you don't get tokens, you get a card. And then the card, you put a random amount of points on there. And then the points never even out. So then you got to go back and get more. And if you lose the card, you got to pay another $3 next time you come to use. It's just a money grab. It's a money.
Well, the thing is, it's also, depending on the day of the week, the amounts for all the games change.
Yeah. See, it's like.
And so, yeah.
It doesn't even tell. It's like this game is 6.8 credits. You're like,
you don't even know what that means.
What does that mean? That could be
what
like.
do you mean? It's 6.8 credits. Can you not see how many credits are on your card?
Yeah, but we don't know how much a credit is versus a token. And you don't know how many tokens is versus a cent or a dollar.
I think my wife did the math, and I think it's like 1.25 a credit. That means $1.25 for every credit.
What? So you're paying $6?
Well, $7 and $7.50.
Wait, it had better be a really good game.
Maybe she didn't do the math right, but I don't know. But it is a major. Now, where I excel at Dave and Buster's, where I can get a lot of credits, is the trivia. They got a trivia machine up there.
Oh, so you can win credits?
Yeah,
back?
it's like Chuck E. Cheese. You're trying to get
tickets, I know, like, get the tickets
where you can
and
win
trade
these
in
cheap
for,
prizes. Yeah, I mean, they're the worst prizes. But I go to the trivia, I always win. Every time you get
Do they just give you strips of paper?
No, it's on your card.
Oh, but then you go trade in for some pencils or something?
Yeah, like a pencil. Here's a pencil. It's 800 credits. You're like, what?
And you think you're winning?
Well, I mean, winning as good as you can. It's dirtbag central, man. It's just terrible.
The only way to win is not to play.
So that was Saturday. It was fun. Whatever. Dave and Buster's. But then Sunday was one of the greatest days recorded in American history.
All right, slow down.
If we look back and we see that the day a man became the man. The man.
I thought he was already the man.
No, now it's officially. We're talking about the Super Bowl, if you guys didn't watch it, okay? Tom Brady and the Patriots won, which I told you they would win. It wasn't even a doubt.
You did.
And Tom Brady now, 6 Super Bowl rings, more than anyone else, has as many championships. One man has as many championships as the Pittsburgh Steelers entire organization. And because of this, now the Steelers and the Patriots, same amount. Because of him. Do you understand? Before Tom Brady got there, they had 0. Now they have 6. I mean, are you people still going to crap on this guy?
Until he has 9, 1 for each finger, then I don't think it really counts.
He might get another one. He might have 7.
That would only be 7, though.
Wouldn't it be 10?
Well, that's thumbs.
Then wouldn't that be 8?
Yeah.
You said 9.
Maybe I didn't do the math right.
No, you didn't do the math.
Switches with math all the way around.
You guys don't have an extra finger.
So did you watch the Super Bowl?
I watched the.
Where are you wearing that 9th ring?
Well, you know where Tom Brady's wearing it. Okay, what? I thought about that with 6. I was like, well, I guess you could go 5 on a hand and then. Okay.
No. Just.
If
He was going to say wear it around his neck. What are you thinking?
If I had a Super Bowl ring, I had 5 and I had another one, I'd wear it down there once just for shits and giggles. But
I
anyway.
don't know. You can get it on there.
Thank you for telling us.
It wouldn't be a problem. Okay, so big ring.
I don't think
super size. Okay, did you watch the game?
I watched the first half.
That's it?
Fake gold.
Did you watch the
some of it, not all of it.
You guys
Very
didn't watch
little.
the entire Super Bowl?
No.
Wow. Why?
I was somewhere, and then we had to go home because the baby had to go to sleep.
Gotcha.
So.
Okay, fair enough, John.
And then I didn't have any interest to finish watching it.
I had to work that night.
Also,
get some sleep.
Maroon 5 was about to come on, so I was like, I'm not going to tune into that,
Yowza.
obviously.
Ouch. Did you watch it, John? Maroon 5.
No.
John is a Maroon 5 fan.
I've heard it was bad.
We discussed this after the show a couple weeks ago. How John is a big Maroon 5 fan.
I mean, I know he's a fan. I mean, I don't know.
I like some of their songs. Yeah.
Yeah, he's a fan.
So I don't.
So the big controversy, quote unquote controversy, was that Adam Levine took his shirt off, and now people are like, "Oh, Janet Jackson did it, and the house came down. He took his shirt off, and people loved it." And I'm like, really? Are we there? I mean, we're not. We're acting like if I looked like Adam Levine, I would not wear a shirt most of the time. I would just walk around shirtless, like 24/7. If I look like that dude.
But isn't this kind of like a men-women equality thing? Like, why don't we sexualize male nipples, but we do sexualize women nipples?
Because your brain sexualizes female breast. Right? I mean, it does, whether you think it or not, John.
Well, I'm saying if the female population out there wanted to go around with their tops off, I would not be against it.
I wouldn't either. I would support.
So
that.
y'all are supporting anyone being able to walk around without their shirt off.
Not anyone.
Oh no!
Well, what's the limiter on that?
Oh no!
Biggie Smalls comes back to life. He starts going around shirtless. And we're like, whoa.
I mean, who cares? If Biggie Small wants to walk around shirtless,
But
why not
all
let
women,
him?
John, all women and some men, or how does that work?
What about Honey Boo Boo? Is that her
Honey
name?
Boo Boo.
I hadn't seen her.
We need John. Well, what
So
you
said
remember?
That's a yes.
Probably.
That's a yes.
Okay. So anyway, that was the controversy. It was a very dull halftime show. I mean, Big Boy came out, which was cool. And so also the controversy was the people didn't think they should perform because of Colin Kaepernick. And, you know, a lot of artists said they're never going to perform at the Super Bowl. Well, your loss. You know what I mean?
Like, they're never. But these people are probably people that aren't going to get called up anyway.
Right, yeah. Exactly. So whatever. Anyways, Tom Brady won. Great game. I know a lot of people didn't like the game, but if you like football, you pro, just love it. You love the game, the chess match of the defense versus offense.
No.
Amazing game.
No.
Bill Belichick coached the perfect game of all time.
No.
He held the Rams, one of the highest scoring offenses in the NFL this year, to 3 points. Now, you can say what you want, but that's chess. That's why I like football, because it is a game of chess, really. It's make a move. And you're trying to see who can make a mistake.
So where's your Bill Belichick shirt?
I'll get one if you want. They've got those too.
You're the one putting him on a pedestal right now.
Well, he is the greatest coach of all time.
I mean, if Brady's the king, what is Belichick?
Our God and Father.
He's like the
prime minister.
No, he's like
Moses.
He's kind of like Merlin. You know, he's in the background making all the moves while Brady's King Arthur.
King Arthur and Merlin.
Yeah. So
who's Lancelot?
Probably Edelman. Yeah.
Okay, we have hot takes from the chat again. Football is scripted. I kind of believe that, actually.
Huh.
There's way too much money for it not to be scripted, right?
I mean, I could agree with, like, this team is supposed to win or that team's supposed to win, but, like,
I'm talking about
play
numbers.
for play, it's a hard thing to pull off.
Yeah. I mean, you're asking a lot of moving parts, a lot of mistakes being made. People.
Don't they do it in the WWE?
Yeah, but
Yeah, but the big point is the final win. Yeah, they want to include specific spots, but there's only 2 working parts there.
Right.
One got 2 guys.
But this is
You've
like,
got 22 guys on the field
at one time.
But this is like the perfect setup. You have a East Coast team versus a West Coast team. You got a lot of people, that's going to tune in because of all the controversy or whatever.
You really believe that the NFL scripted, or are you just saying that?
I mean, if you don't think NFL games have been fixed in the past.
Oh, fixed is different. Fixed is different than scripted. That's 2 different things completely.
Because if you have an important enough role, you can make that happen.
Right. If Tom Brady wanted to lose, it would have happened. I mean, he would have just thrown a few. Oh, another interception. Man, my arm's just off today.
Well, the thing is
being fixed?
is as much as he knows about football.
Well, he didn't do that.
He could throw balls in a position where it would look like somebody just swooped in and got it.
Hold on. You literally just told me that you couldn't script it because there's 22 dudes on the field, but you tell me one dude can fix it?
A quarterback, yeah.
So one person can script a game.
But you're talking, in your analogy, 2 wrestlers going to the ring. One, there's no script. So they're just going to do whatever they want, and then one guy's just doing it where he wins or loses the match. That's not how it works. Scripted means everyone's involved. It's like a play. You're just walking out, just throwing out lines. That's not how it works. Scripted, we all have our part. You got to do this, do that, do that, do that.
Well, I think
there's too many egos,
I think
dude.
the point is like it's fixed is what they're trying to say.
And somebody would have already said something by now. I mean, dude, you can't get that many people, a sample size, and no one comes forward and says, hey, this game is fixed. There's too many bitter people in the NFL.
Not if you give them all concussion syndrome.
So everyone now has got CTE. That's why no one's come forward with a fix.
They tried to talk.
This is dumb.
They tried to talk.
You need to apologize to all the NFL players for this nonsense.
You are correct.
So did you watch any commercials? Anything stand out for the Super Bowl commercials?
I mean, my highlight was the trailers. So that doesn't really
movie
count.
Trailers, yeah. Lee, did you any catch? Because I want to talk about one that I thought was.
I know that you really. The only one that I saw you complaining about was the.
There's a picture of it right there, and it's very, very bizarre.
No, I was talking about the one, not the one that you're talking about, but the one that the car where the guy dies and goes to heaven.
Oh yeah, it was just I didn't hate it. It's just kind of a weird. A lot of people love that one. The Andy Warhol commercial is what I'm talking about. Now, we obviously know who Andy Warhol is. People of our age, we know who he is.
Yeah.
You know. I don't think, and this is what I would think, just deep down, I don't think many younger people would know who Andy Warhol is. Like, just watching this commercial. So, to set up the commercial, it's Andy Warhol alone in a room with a green wall behind him. He gets a Whopper, opens it up, puts some ketchup on it, eats it, and then it's like, be like Andy or eat like Andy, hashtag eat like Andy. And it's like, that's the entire commercial. It's him eating a hamburger. I just thought it was kind of weird.
Got your attention.
I mean, it got my attention, but I know who Andy Warhol is. I don't know that I'm going to Burger King because of him eating there.
I don't think a lot of young kids are watching football. I think their demographic is heavily skewed toward people in your age bracket or
I don't
older.
think football fans are people who are gravitated towards Andy Warhol.
Okay, anyone our age.
Good point.
People older than you are definitely going to know who Andy Warhol is because they grew up during the. It's like knowing.
No, I don't know about that. I don't think
he
my
wasn't
mother knows.
He wasn't like on TV though. He was just like.
I'm telling you, people knew who Andy Warhol. It's like people know who Lady Gaga is. You know.
That's
different. But she's splattered all over the place.
Andy Warhol.
He's splattering.
For the time, was like one of the most famous pop artists. Like he was in the news and stuff.
I mean, he pretty much was the father of pop art.
That's the only reason we know who he is.
Right, yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. Like,
I don't know.
Wrong.
I mean, this is what you're spending your money on. Like, that's the most clever. I could write a better commercial than that. Why are they calling us to write commercials? I could do better than that. Guarantee it.
All right, give us
your
pitch.
Just run out? Did someone just happen on this online? Hey, man, here's a YouTube clip of Andy Warhol eating a Whopper. Let's make that a commercial. Yeah, guys, that's really good. You find that. Really, I bet if we went into these rooms where these commercials are being made, these are dumb people for the most part. Like, there's probably like one bright guy in the room. He probably just went, I'm done. I'm not writing any more stupid. You got the king. Just put the stupid king up there. People love that dumb mascot. They do. They love the Whopper King or whatever his name is. Is it just the king?
Just the Burger King.
Okay. No. Is it the Burger King?
Yeah.
Okay. That makes sense.
The king of burgers.
Yeah. So. I don't know. Look, it's just dumb to me. I thought the commercials were pretty lame as well.
Aren't they usually?
They've been getting worse. I mean, 5 years ago.
I mean, I agree with you. I mean, they could have. What they should have done is had the king on there and Mel Brooks.
Yeah.
And Mel Brooks' big catchfphrase was, "It's good to be the king."
There you go.
And that would have been a better commercial.
I mean, people are going to say the same thing. Nobody knows Mel Brooks.
But they know the king.
Oh, everybody knows Mel Brooks.
If you know Mel Brooks, you know Andy Warhol.
Yeah, it's probably true. I would say that. I don't know.
Like,
yeah,
that's what I'm
but what's more likely, a big football fan knowing who Mel Brooks is or knowing who Andy Warhol is?
See, what they should have done was had Andy Warhol flossing. Get the younger. Like,
there you
the thing
CGI.
with marketing,
There you go.
The thing with marketing is you always skew young.
Can you floss?
Yeah.
Can you stand up and show us?
I mean, I can't. I don't know. Can I?
I can't. So.
This is a
Go
podcast.
ahead.
This is
no,
the audio.
It's
This
actually
is for the
it's
audio.
actually visual right now. There's an
This is for
entire
the
chat room.
audio.
If
Come
you
on.
want to see Lee do the floss,
Come on,
please.
chat room.
There we go. All right, Lee's going to attempt to do the floss. Woo, it's the backpack kid, everybody. Well, that's not bad. Okay, well, there you go.
I got a little move off there.
Andy
but-
Warhol should have been doing the floss in the commercial there. So, yeah, they had some tear jerkers with Verizon, Budweiser. Crazy thing is Budweiser came out and said that the other companies are using corn syrup in their beer. And I don't know. I mean, I guess, like, yeah, you're thinking about health when you're drinking a Budweiser at a bar, whenever. And then the other beer commercials came out and goes, yeah, but our beer actually tastes good. So they, like, roasted them and all this. I don't know. I guess, and they mentioned, like, other beers. And the other beers, like, hit them up on social media, go, thanks for the mention. We appreciate it. Like, you generally don't want to mention the competition.
Nah, it doesn't matter.
It was a free. It is free advertisement.
Free advertisement.
No, that's not how advertising works.
You already know people are dumb enough. You know that they'll go, oh, Miller Lite? Yeah, I'm going to try that.
If they were saying some like craft beer or local beer in Atlanta that was not nationwide, but everyone's heard of Budweiser and Miller Lite. Like
So I used to drink Coors Light exclusively when I was like younger. And then I worked at a bar for a little bit, and the Budweiser guys come in. They go, you got to just drink Bud Light. And I was like, all right. And it was that simple. And then I drank Bud Light for years just because somebody mentioned it, like that worked there. I mean, we're all gullible when it comes to marketing and advertising. I'm just saying.
I mean, if you're drinking a Budweiser, you already are demonstrating your lack of. I'm just going to stop there.
There you go.
There's no need to go on.
Write that down, baby.
Next week, Lee will be apologizing to Budweiser drinkers.
I mean, there's probably a lot that listen to this program.
Writing it down.
You need to write that down, bro, because that's not going to go well. So, anyways, good game's over. NFL season's over. I'm glad the Patriots won. I would love to see someone else win next year. I mean, honestly.
Oh, wow. Who's Tom Brady going to be playing for? And Bill Belichick. He's going with him, right?
I mean, look, guys, 6 is good. If he didn't win next year, I'm not going to cry about it. I mean, they didn't win last year. But I think more people would have liked to see the Saints versus like the Chiefs or something. I mean, the numbers were low this year because I think everyone is kind of tired of watching the Patriots just get to the Super Bowl every year. They find that in a lot of sports. Just in NBA, it used to be LeBron James versus the Golden State Warriors like for several years, and people are like,
all right, well, who are they scripting up next year? Make your predictions.
Saints are going next year because they got screwed. I mean, straight up, there's no way to look around it. If I was a Saints fan, they sued the NFL for over that. I mean, it wasn't going anywhere. It's dumb, but
is that a class action lawsuit?
Yeah,
or just the Saints?
No class. They wanted
the fans.
They wanted the commissioner to restart the game at the. If you don't know, there was a pass interference call that wasn't called. They wanted to start the game at that play and replay it. And I went, are you guys idiots? That's never going to happen. So. We got from the chat, Rusty says next year, Vikings and Packers in the Super Bowl.
He sounds like a little biased, like he's got a little Midwestern in him,
A little bit. So I don't know. All right. That's that.
You don't want our predictions?
Oh, go ahead. Who you got next year?
We'll go,
Scripted versus scripted?
Titans versus the Dolphins.
Well, they're in the same division, so
I know it'll be the first.
Okay, John.
Oh, gosh.
You know what's also impossible? Titans in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, Titans will. Here's your lock of the year. Titans will not win the Super Bowl, or I will burn every pro Tom Brady thing I own.
Can we bet like $250 on the Titans winning the Super Bowl?
We could,
or not winning, I should say.
No, we should probably bet it on. You're right, because the odds are so bad. If they hit it, we wouldn't have to work again, probably. Well, yeah, we'd have to if we could put a little bit more on it. But they're probably
let's get a second mortgage. And
they're
put
probably
it all
like 800 to 1 odds. It's something ridiculous. They're low. Like the Browns have a better chance of the odds of winning a Super Bowl than the Titans. That tells you a lot right there. So, John, who'd you say?
I'd probably put the Chiefs in there.
Yeah, I could see Chiefs, Saints maybe.
Yeah.
Or even the Rams might be back. I mean, they're a good team. Just because they lost in Super Bowl doesn't mean they're a good team. They will be back.
Yeah.
So, all right, well, Super Bowl. Well, let's hit some news stories this week. Do we have any news stories?
Where do you want to go first?
All
we
right.
got a couple.
Let's go with Liam. Can you want to go Liam Neeson first? All right. We all know Liam Neeson. He's this actor. He's in all these movies where he's just a tough dude. He's going around. He's killing people. He's snapping necks, getting revenge all the time.
This throat chops.
You've seen the movie Taken. I have a very particular set of skills. Okay, you know that movie. You've seen it. Every other movie he's done is that movie, but just like in a different. This one's on a plane. This one's on a train. I will not kill these people. I was going to do Green Eggs and Ham, but I ran out of rhymes.
I have a very particular set
I
of
will
skills.
not kill him on a train. I will not kill him on a plane. Okay, so Liam Neeson came out and did an interview with this magazine company, and he said many years ago his friend was raped, and after she was raped, he was very upset, and he said, after that, I would walk the streets at night with a stick, and I would hope I could kill some black, I don't know what his exact words were. I was looking for a black dude I could kill to take out my anger against what happened. So people were a little bit upset with that. I don't know why he would say it. He said because the person that raped his friend was black, but hey, that doesn't excuse it. You got to know in 2019, this stuff 10 years ago, I think it would have just been swept under the rug quickly.
Well, hold on a second. There's more to the story.
Okay, go ahead.
He said that he sought counseling and came to terms with it and realized that it was not a good thing. And I think he's telling that story as like a lesson for others. Like he's basically saying what I did was not right.
Right. I hear you.
So why are people roasting him? Like if anything, like you said, like in today's social media style environment, even if you did do that and were reformed, you should not say anything, right? But this guy is actually coming forward and say, no, I did do it, and it's possible to reform yourself and realize that your actions were bad.
Hey, you talking to me or you talking to the social media mob?
I don't know. Who am I talking to?
Because the social media mob came out and said, racist. This man's a racist. Everything's racist. Now, look, just because someone tells you an incident in their life that happened many years ago, 40 years ago is what the guy's saying. 40 years ago. Okay, if we went back 40 years ago, I'm like 1 year old. Okay, so really think about the optics of that. He had a bad thought. He got counseling for it. He said the only reason I said black is because the person was raped by a black person. If they'd been raped by a white person, I'd have said white. If they'd been raped by a Middle Eastern.
Maybe not, though.
I think so.
Maybe the Middle Eastern, but there's a reason people are claiming it's racist. I mean, at the time, it was probably racially motivated, I would think.
John, do you think there's racial motivation behind this?
Not necessarily. I think it's ignorance associated. If you look at Liam Neeson's career, I mean, the first role I can think of that he was ever in was a movie called High Spirits.
Okay, not familiar with it.
Yeah, it came out in the.
Is that the one where they go to college and smoke a bunch of weed?
That's hot.
No,
that's Red Man and Meth Man.
Let's frame it by the main actor in this movie was Steve Guttenberg.
That's how high.
Yeah, that's
that's a different film altogether.
So,
that features two black men, so he wouldn't have been in that movie.
And that way, he had a bit part in a Steve Guttenberg movie. Okay,
but then he was in Schindler's List.
Yeah, but that was way later.
Okay,
but
I'm saying that he probably didn't. That movie that I was referring to was filmed in Scotland, so he probably didn't have a lot of association with people of a lot of different races. So I think the reason why that triggered is he probably didn't know a lot of black people, and so it was easy for him to blame black people for that incident.
So if you
ignorance, not necessarily race, but ignorance.
So if you don't know a lot of black people, it's okay to be racist to them? Is that your point?
No.
I'm confused.
I'm saying what his problem was is not necessarily racism, but ignorance. Because he doesn't, what you don't know, what you don't see, what you don't understand, you fear. And there's different ways of taking out aggression towards fear.
I think the real question here is how long do we hold people accountable? Because that's a good question. What he did and said was horrible, right?
Well, he didn't do anything.
Well, but the thoughts,
He thought something.
He admits himself that it was wrong. He went and sought counseling for it. So in some ways, it's brave for him to come out and say it.
Well, I think once you've realized you did something wrong and you've changed your attitude about it, then you're exonerated.
By who? Yourself?
That's the way it should be.
What if you're like...
What if Bill Cosby came out tomorrow and said everything I did was wrong? Is he exonerated?
He did something wrong, though. He didn't do anything wrong. That's what I'm saying. Is if you...
Okay, what if someone... Okay, I get what you're saying. So it's thoughts.
It's different. It's different if you do something.
What if David Duke came out and said, I'm wrong, man. I shouldn't have been... Which he kind of did. But
he
it was
did
obviously
still
false.
do stuff wrong.
But, I mean, he came out in the late 90s or mid-90s when he was running office, said, I'm not about that. But we found out, no, you are about that. You are a freaking racist through and through. If he came out and said, I'm wrong, I shouldn't have been doing this, pass.
Well, I mean,
pass on the spot.
Well, I mean, the thing is...
Exonerated of all charges. All the black men you hated have been exonerated. You know what's bad about this show? We haven't even mentioned it's Black History Month.
Oh.
You used to give facts. You used to have like these facts.
The show ain't over. This is the first Thursday
I have
of
it
the
written
month.
down.
Okay.
We're going to do
You
a
gotta give us
segment at the
time.
end.
All right, John.
We're saving the best for last.
somewhere with it. You exonerating all the bad men as long as they come forth with their evil thoughts.
No, but the thing about David Duke is after all the lying he had done, is it really... I mean, I'm saying...
Are you looking at men's hearts now, or are you taking what their public statement? This guy could be lying for all we know.
Then why would he even bring up the story?
What, because he said it in an interview and now he's backpedaling. He's like, let me back on.
I was under the impression that all this happened at the same time.
Okay, well let's eliminate a criminal law, because obviously if someone commits a crime, they have to do the time. And just like the David Duke, for example, I don't think that is necessarily illegal.
No, it's not.
But do we forgive them? You know? John is saying yes. If the person is truly reformed.
But how you would never know. I mean, it's life. You don't know. I mean,
so you say no second chances.
No second. I mean, you just have to judge. And like Liam Neeson is different than David Duke. Obviously, this is the only incident we've heard of this. Now, if he's like Harvey Weinstein and starts popping up, this guy's like a closeted racist. Then you gotta say no. I'm not gonna exonerate you. But yes,
that's what I'm getting at with David Duke. I mean, it's
Okay.
But I mean, what if he like came out and started charities and did like PSAs and stuff?
That would be a wild time if he did that. I would love to see that.
I mean, isn't that the whole plot line to American History X, one of your favorite movies?
Yeah,
so
pretty much, yeah.
I guess we'll keep those things for Hollywood.
Okay, so in American History X, well, he did commit a crime. But what if they do the time, can they come out? Then will you forgive them if they paid their dues to society? Like, if you've never seen American History X, Ed Norton plays a skinhead who kills someone and goes to prison, and in prison learns that he was wrong about his ways because he was ignorant, like you said. He came out. You think you could exonerate a man like that in real life?
I think it would come down to, there's something I say a lot. If someone thinks I'm lying and it's something stupid, I'll say, what do I have to gain from this lie?
Okay.
Now, David Duke, if he was to turn this around, he's got stuff to gain.
Well, what does Liam Neeson have to gain? He's getting pulled. He's getting pulled from a lot of things now.
He's losing, though. But I'm just saying, if he never mentioned this at all, he had nothing to gain.
Sometimes what I think is these guys are being interviewed by so many people is that they just start saying things that maybe they shouldn't say. I don't know why his publicist was in the room going, nope, that's off the record. No. This interview's over.
Too late.
It's too late, though, so I don't know. All right, so our final say on Liam Neeson, yay, nay?
I mean, like, social media is coming after it, but the fact that he came out and, I mean, I don't know this whole story. Did he tell the story and then...
Did this all happen at once, or did he backpedal several interviews later?
Oh, no. He never backpedaled off the original interview. He just said, hey, I was just trying to tell you about a point in my life and how, it was wrong. And
but, I mean, was he doing it as like a point of story?
She was
I did something bad and I'm reformed?
The interviewer was asking him, in all your movies, you play a guy who's seeking revenge against people. Have you ever dealt with that in real life? And I think that's how the story came about, so...
I don't know.
Real life, guys.
We'll have to look at his heart.
Sometimes you don't have to be honest about everything, okay? I mean, I'm not saying lie, but maybe just don't tell that story.
You don't,
We've all done something dumb. We're like, I'm taking that to the grave. Like, I'll never tell anybody that. And, if it makes you feel better, hey, more power to you.
Especially when it comes to thoughts. If your thoughts could be, like, read constantly, everyone would be in prison.
Right. Yeah,
that's just the way it is.
All right. Well, there we go. Liam Neeson. All right. What else we got up there?
I think we need to talk about 21 Savage.
Oh, yes. Oh, my God, dude. So this rapper, 21 Savage, is... Okay, before this, he was part of the Atlanta rap scene. He said he was from Atlanta his whole life. He raps in an American accent. This all makes sense if you haven't heard this story. He says he's from the streets of Atlanta. He's in gangs and things like that, which a lot of that stuff is verified. Turns out my man 21 Savage is not from Atlanta. He's from the UK. He's British, okay? And he came here when he was a teenager. So I got many questions about this. Well, the story came because now he's in ICE custody, and they're going to try to, I guess, deport him because he never got his...
If only we had that wall.
A wall, yeah, if we keep these rappers out. Yeah, so he never got his visa done, which is wild in itself. Like, you literally have a team around you, dude. You should have had one of them up your visa for you. But anyway, so now my bigger thing is, how can the rap scene take this guy seriously when he's been lying the entire time? Do they know he's British? Does he walk around with it? I've got so many questions. You tell me this guy has walked around his entire life now donning an American accent. That is... Like, that is crazy.
When he was 12.
Dude, you think you would lose your accent if you moved here when you were 12? No, bro. I know people that moved here when they were kids from England.
I mean, obviously he's a rapper, so he has probably a really good ear for audio and like can inflect and tone and choose what he does with his voice more so than other people.
I mean,
I'm saying something's got to slip every once in a while.
This is wild. Like, okay, so we know he's obviously faking the accent. Now that it's known, can he come out with his actual accent, or does he have to continue to act like the other accent? See, these are some deep questions now because, hey, maybe you open up your market. Maybe you start rapping like, hey, man, that's Jamaican. But whatever the accent would be.
I wonder if, like, based on the accent, like, maybe certain more words will rhyme.
There you go.
And so he can use that as a...
I mean, it's funny. It's so... What's really weird about it is the memes started, of course. The internet's throwing out these funny memes. I mean, they were pretty funny.
It was like Savage Actually.
Yeah. Pick something crazy. Well, Demi Lovato got involved in it, and she started retweeting or liking some of the memes, and the internet turned on her, and then she deleted her account because they said, you can't be making fun. This is what I love about the internet. We can make fun of them, but you can't make fun of them. So she deleted her account because she was getting attacked by so many people.
That's horrible. So what was the other guy? The triple X...
Extension.
So he got busted he's like in prison.
No, he's dead.
No, so who's the guy that just got arrested?
Oh, 6ix9ine.
6ix9ine.
Oh, jeez.
I heard that 6ix9ine, in order to avoid more jail time, ratted out 21 Savage.
Oh, are you serious? I haven't heard that.
21 Savage, and because like he knew that he had a British accent, was like, yo,
no, I've never heard this story. Is that for real? Or are you making that up?
It's a meme, bro.
Oh, okay. I was about to say, well, it wouldn't surprise me. 6ix9ine's about to start rolling on everyone. Dude's like up for like 50 years in prison. I don't care who you are. If you're looking at 50 years in prison, unless you are a hard dude, you're going to start giving up names at that point. You're like, hold on. What? How many names can I give you to reduce?
But, okay, so the dude is known for like getting on Instagram and saying, here I am, come get me.
Yeah.
If you're a snitch and you do that, you're dead.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, so that's kind of his whole thing.
Let's hope.
Also, how are you not going to know that like there's no witness relocation for him?
Oh, I know. Have you seen what he looks like too?
Yeah.
Yeah, you ain't relocating that guy. So, anyway,
he ain't hiding.
I just find it weird. I guess the bigger issue that people are going with this story is this really the guy we're detaining and sending back?
That's him, bro.
He's an artist. He's got a job. He's stable. He's not going anywhere. As far as I know, earlier in his life, he was in gangs. Now he's turned around. He's got charities that help kids out in the inner city. Is this really...
Hey, man, this is Trump's new America, bro.
I don't like it.
Get on board.
I don't approve it. I think it's dumb. I mean, this is a guy that came here legally with a visa. Okay, it lapsed. Let's work to get his visa back in working order. That's how I would handle it.
The thing is like, if he's been here since he's like 12, I mean, shouldn't there be like some kind of leeway there?
Oh, John's coming around.
Uh-oh. Is John part of the Dreamers?
Like grandfather to
Dreamers.
Don't kill my dream.
There you go. Don't kill my dream. I think that's what we're going to call the episode. So
who cares?
Well,
at the end of the day,
it's funny.
He'll be back.
I just want to see what his accent is when he gets. Jay-Z has hired him a lawyer, which is even more weird because this guy raps about having so much money in his bank account. That's one of his songs. Can't you afford your own lawyer? I don't know. It's weird. There's some weird stuff in this story. It's just a funny story. So there you go.
There you go.
And then you want to hit the last one?
Nah, I think we just do.
All right. It's time for some life advice. We got all the news out of the way. It's time for everyone's favorite segment, Dear John. Oops. All right. Somebody has written in. They need advice. Lee's going to read it, and John will give advice. Here we go.
This one comes in. Dear John, my husband works, but I do not. I stay very busy, but he expects me to pack him a lunch every day. It must include a breakfast item and a lunch item, as he is starving by the time he arrives at work, even if he ate at home. My problem is he has a huge list of do not pack preferences because he's so picky. It changes randomly. His list includes don't pack so many carbs, I want protein, no sandwiches, no spaghetti leftovers, using twisted noodles, only regular noodles, do not use too many peppers, use more bell peppers and tomatoes. The list goes on and on. I've told him he needs to eat what I give him since he expects a completely different lunch than our son, but he constantly complains about the lunches. However, if I do not pack his lunch, he refuses to pack one and then overspends on takeout. One man shouldn't spend $20 at Taco Bell in a single meal. Oh. I'm getting frustrated and don't know how to get this list to stop expanding. From the frustrated lunch packer.
All right, I'm torn on this one because I can easily spend $20 at Taco Bell by myself.
Yeah, I don't think is that a big concern?
$20 at Taco Bell?
Man, I could put it down.
Did you get one of everything? A large Mountain Dew Code Red?
Maybe.
You spend $20 by yourself at Taco Bell?
I could easily.
That's kind of weird, bro.
Yeah.
But anyway.
I love that's what he takes from the thing. He doesn't talk about the controlling husband. Go ahead.
I said it was two-sided, so I mean.
I'd love to hear the other side.
The other side is
when you drive by Taco Bell, do you like start sweating a little bit?
A little bit, man. Those Mexi melts. Ooh, those Dorito tacos. Ooh.
I'll take
this episode brought to you by Taco Bell. Anyway. I've always had this. I can't remember where it comes from, but the saying is something like you can tell me what to do, or you could pay me to do it.
What a saying!
So I mean,
if he's say that one more time,
I'm messing it up. I'm messing it up.
You can tell me what to do, or you can pay me to do it.
And so like. If he better be coughing up some extra if he's gonna be that picky. Otherwise, he can pack the lunch by himself. He can take that paycheck that he's doing and do the shopping himself, and he can pack his own lunch if he's gonna be that picky. Now, if he's just gonna take what you're gonna pack him, then and he's working, yeah, sure. But yeah, if he's gonna be that like domineering about it and that picky, then he knows where the fridge is.
So you're saying basically you're telling you're telling the wife to not make him lunches anymore because she's already said, no, it's a very specific lunch list he's been given. I love how it changes every week. That's amazing.
No, daily. No.
Don't put none of them twisty noodles in my lunch.
I mean, can we tell her you married a psycho?
Probably.
I mean, you're not packing one thing. You have to pack breakfast and lunch. Does your wife pack your lunch, Lee?
She will very occasionally make me lunch, and I'm very appreciative of it. But typically, if I take a lunch, I'm packing it.
Okay, John, does your wife make you lunches or dinner or
most of the time I cook.
Okay, and my wife does not make me lunches either. I wish,
But you're the $20 at Taco Bell kind.
No, not me. Heck no. No, I was saying
you're like down at like Big Spanky's honky tonk.
Yeah, I mean, I go out to lunch.
That can't be cheap.
I don't, no one tells me how to spend my money.
Oh.
That's how I look at it.
So it's your money.
I don't tell her how to spend money when she goes out and goes to lunch.
That's
I mean,
fair.
I'm not
equitable.
I'm not holding a book out, but point is, if my wife did make me a lunch, am I picky about my food? Yes. So, honestly, I would probably just make my own lunch. If I was that picky, like, yeah. My wife knows at this point what I like, what I don't like. I know what she likes, what she doesn't. Obviously, this guy's a psycho. I mean, this literally changed. Like, what, dude? What are you talking about? How do you?
But how do you help her? Like she's saying,
ditch the loser.
Make the same lunch every day, and if he doesn't like it, he doesn't like it.
What if he's like, no, you're going to make my lunch?
I think he's just going to go out and buy Taco Bell if he doesn't like.
Yeah. What if he's just spending $20 every day and that's
what she's trying to avoid?
Yeah. So now what do you do? Because you're saying I don't make. He's like, okay, well fine, I'll go Taco Bell every day and spend $20, which cannot be healthy for you. That sounds very unhealthy.
It sounds like she doesn't necessarily mind packing the lunch as long as it's like reasonable. She's packing it for the son, so if she can have a system where they eat the same thing.
I agree. I just know.
What do you do?
Run. This guy's crazy. He's gonna probably end up down. If he killed you, I wouldn't be surprised. I will tell you that. So I would just say,
we took a turn right now.
Hey, I'm just saying, if you
David's not just a dream killer now. He's a lunch packer killer.
Find out what he likes to eat and slowly poison him over the time.
There you go.
Till he's no more.
There you go. That was advice from Lee. So I'm just saying, watch your back. Maybe go invest in a gun and get a piece or something. And just this guy's gonna snap if she takes his lunches away. That's what I mean. I'm only getting half the story from her. Yeah, maybe a little bit more. Does she work?
No,
she doesn't.
She does not work. Well, that's your job. So just deal with it. I've come around. You know what? You have one job. Pack the man's lunch. Give him what the man. He sounds like he's working like 12 hours a day. Take care of the man. You're writing it. I'm sorry. I zoned out. I was doing something on social media. You tell me this woman has no job. And her big complaint is, oh, I got to make him lunch in the morning. Be lucky your ass isn't sent out to work where you have to buy or make your own lunch. This man's working hard. He's a man of the people. You ought to be ashamed of yourself. I come around. This guy's the best. He just wants that energy. He's probably working construction. He needs that food. I mean,
this week's Heel Turn was brought to you by Taco Bell.
Give the man his lunch.
She did say she stays very busy.
Oh, busy my ass. That's it. Get out of here. Busy. And not only would I expect lunch to be done,
oh gosh,
you better clean that house and you better have my laundry done and fold it the way I want it. If you're not, hey, if a woman's not oh mom, it's the hardest job in the world. Get out of here with that
nonsense.
I don't agree
with anything you're saying.
I mean,
just for the record, Lee does not agree with you.
No one says, oh, a stay-at-home dad's the hardest job in the world. You never have heard that before. So, oh, we're on this misogyny alert? That's the opposite of Robin to say what it is.
Misandry?
I forgot. Misandry alert. Have you ever heard anyone say in their life, oh, you know what the hardest job is, guys? Those stay-at-home dads, man, they just have it so hard. If you stayed at home all the time, honestly, and your wife worked, she was the primary bread. I'm saying this to both of you guys. And would you make her lunch in the morning?
Okay. Well, I mean,
honestly, seriously, would you?
I would.
If she wanted me to.
Okay.
But here's the thing.
If she had a list of demands, would you try to honor them?
Yes, but here's the thing.
Oh, I'm the bad guy. Okay.
No. Let me back it up and just say, if you say that a stay-at-home mom is the hardest job, then you do have to say that stay-at-home dad.
Thank you.
Like, that's kind of illogical to say.
You've
just because you're a woman, it's hard. Maybe it is, though.
Maybe they're not as good as dads are. So maybe we're on to something
wow.
there. I don't know. Hey, I'm just saying. I'm trying to poke holes in the logic here. Just saying.
Maybe they don't do as a better job.
The man probably does it better. That's
or
just,
not as
that's
good.
Historically, that's been proven to be true.
So you're saying a woman's place is in the home, or a dad's place is in the home?
We're in a weird spot in America.
Let's break down that glass ceiling.
Would I stay home? Yes. If my wife wants to make enough money where I can stay home, gladly. Every day, I'll make you whatever lunch you want. Fortnight and lunches, baby, all day. I'll do laundry. I'll clean that house. I'll be on the floor with a toothbrush, like getting stuff out of the carpet.
I will pick you up Taco Bell and bring it to you.
Is this your biggest concern? Is it frustrating? I mean, I'm sure it is, honestly, but just get it. I mean, you married the guy. You knew he was a nut job, obviously. I want to see this list of do not pack. I love that. That is psycho by him. I'll come back to that, honestly. He is psycho. If he has a list of things that he continually updates, you got to just be careful. I don't even know. Why are these two people together? All right, well, that was Dear John. So if you want our advice, you just need to send us an email at bybpod@gmail.com, bybpod@gmail.com. John will try to help you out, and when he fails, we'll step in. We'll help you out. So
thanks.
That's what we do.
Thanks, brah.
So, yeah, there you go, brah. All right, well, I guess we've come up to the end of the episode. No more major keys, so we ain't got to worry about that. So I guess we'll just start rattling off the end of the show, right?
We have a segment piece here that we need drop music for, but we're supposed to name the episode.
Name the episode, okay. So
we got to come up with a better name.
What do you think about Dream Killer? Killing Dreams? What did we say earlier? I forgot what it was. Do we want to do this on the show, or do we do this after the show?
We've planned it out so well.
Yeah,
I guess we just kill it and think about it.
Yeah, probably so.
Okay.
All right. So, yes, Blame Your Brother. You can get the podcast every Friday. You can get it on Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, Google Play, Spotify. It's on all those formats. So just grab it, subscribe to it, leave us a review if you got time. We really appreciate it. The numbers show that a lot of people do it, so we always appreciate that. And then the other thing we want you to do is when you go to our website, blameyourbrother.net, there's an Amazon link. So if you can go ahead and click on the Amazon link, take you to Amazon, make some purchases. We get a little kickback on it, and it helps show out, helps us with equipment. When people come over, they're always kind of blown away, like, oh, man, y'all got some great equipment here. Awesome. Thank you so much. And there's a form we can email the show as well. So if you want to send something to John or send in something to us, you can get that contact form there. Just go to the website, do it. And don't forget, we're streamed every Thursday on Radio Vegas Rocks, radiovegas.rocks. Go there, listen to the best radio show on the internet, and we are there every Thursday. So go check us out there if you missed the episode. So I think I've hit all the things here. So I guess with that being said, Lee, is there anything else?
Don't blame yourself when you can blame your brother.
Sorry?
This must never be seen.
Welcome to Memory of the Week. Today is Thursday, February 7th, the 38th day of 2019.
They have to be found and
there are
talked to.
327 days left in the year. On February 7th, 1962, President John F. Kennedy imposed a full trade embargo on Cuba. That is today's Memory of the Week. David, John, and Lee, back to you.
My pine! You destroyed my pine, you bastard!